Yes, indeed. Yes, 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 indeed. Powerful people. This is another episode of Breaking the Machine. I'm your host, Ahmad the Poet. I'm with the good brother Spank the Bank, man. How you doing, my brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great.
That's good, man. We'll be taking another incremental step and shifting the culture, man. Today's a special episode, man, because this is our second virtual episode, but we got a lot to address. We took a little hiatus from the show. I know people have been wondering what's going on, so we just going to get to some of that stuff, man. But on the start of the show, I wanted to address something that you posted, man. I know a lot of the fans probably know about it. Recently, your father actually passed away, man, and you and it's a deep thing, man. Obviously, when I talked about it, my condolences, bro. Like that's a deep thing. Obviously, I've experienced it as well. Having my father pass away when I was 10, man. Um,
Man, I commend you, bro. Damn, that's 13 years, bro.
mm, it's a heavy thing, bro. I just want to ask, like, how has it impacted you so far, and what type of realizations has it given you, as a man?
Shoot, not even a man, as a human being.
Mm,
As a human being, I look at it as like you gotta cherish life every second, every day. Like it's like now I appreciate life more now than ever. You know, it's a lot. I'm still in shock because I talked to him that morning. It was just a normal conversation. You know, he got on my ass about not calling as much as I should, and don't be scared to call your father, and be the man down there, because we was down in South Carolina for my sister's graduation. And for him to say, "Be the man, I'm glad you came. Be the man down there," and I told him like we were supposed to come see you yesterday. Me and the baby, but just shoot, stuff just be happening. And said, "All right, okay." So I talked to you. I don't know if he said he loved me or not, because a lot of times he do say, "I love you, Corey." And 6 hours later, we found out, he died. They said, nurse said he stopped being responsive and he just died. We probably think it's a heart attack, but my mom talked to him hour before he sounded fine, and he just left this earth. And then, man, to see him in that cast, it was just like,
mm,
shit. But I still haven't broke down and cried, bro. I can't get it out.
mm.
That's the hard part. I can't get it out.
Yeah, bro, I experienced that too, man. And I tell people all the time, bro. I really tell people all the time, like the worst decision I ever made was going to view my dad's body. I wish I
Man,
never did that.
bro, that is, hey, because it's like it's in your head constantly, bro. Like that shit, that's all I see is like I had like damn nightmares, but I couldn't sleep. Like the other day, I was shooting a commercial with my mans. Bro, I was getting mad during the commercial, bro, because I was picturing my daddy laying down. And it was like, bro, I was like, bro, I just wanted to be left alone for a minute. Like, bro, I just want to like leave me alone right now, bro. I'm just picturing my dad. Like this shit don't even like it don't even seem real. Like I talked about him so much on this show. And for him, I'm glad he did watch the show. And we talked about how he didn't like me cussing and stuff. That's why that went. So I said BITCH,
Mm-hmm.
And just to hear people say that he did say he was proud of me. Like I heard my cousin, like I'm proud of my son. He just don't listen, but I'm very proud of him. To hear my mechanic say it too. They go, Dad said he was very proud of you. I told him I wanted to give us a motorhome. It was just like, damn, I wish he would have said more to me in my face, instead of just, oh, boy, he was being a parent, He had to do what he had to do. But I realized, man, my dad was a true man of God, bro. He did everything right and still saw life short.
Mm.
I just look at health is really important, and they really killing us, man. You work all these hours, taking care of all these kids, working 3 or 4 jobs. Now you got diabetes. Now you're trying to keep up with this, still pay bills and all this BS. Like, you know what I'm saying? He did everything, bought a book, and still saw life short. So I know what we doing on here, speaking on here, man. I know a lot of people don't like it, but we breaking curses, bro. We breaking trauma, bro.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a fact, bro.
And if you've been watching this show from day one and really understand the message that we getting out there, you probably understand what I'm trying to say or like trying to get to. Like my father died from that cycle, that old cycle for real. And then we trying to break that cycle. And that's really what's keeping me like, I don't know, going like, just to beat the cycle, bro. Like father did everything right, bro. He did everything right. Took care of his children, took care of his wife. He did everything. But still saw life short because of that whole ass cycle, bro. That's all it is come down to, bro. You can preach all day you want to, all that. But if you ain't got that health, you ain't got no finances and stuff, bro, we ain't gonna enjoy life, bro. We gonna live out here early because we in that rat race all day. And I feel like he died from the cycle. That's all I can really say. I mean, I don't know if that's wrong to say, but
No, man. It's, you just got to speak what's on your heart, man. Like when my father passed away, it was the same thing for me. I felt like, honestly, it was the same thing. It was like a man of God. My dad's a minister. Obviously, he was a minister. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I know your dad's a minister. So it's just like, how does God let, all these righteous men, pass away? Like it doesn't make sense. Like, and as a child at 10 years old, I just couldn't process it. But I always tell people all the time, I talked about it on the show. My god brother passed away a couple months ago. I didn't go to see his body. I didn't go to view his body because that was one of the most traumatic things I ever, did with my father. When I saw his body, it traumatized me for years, man. It took me years to get over that because it's ungodly. Like, I don't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not curious. I was curious. I just wanted to see my father one more time, but I didn't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? As a son, you want to see your father one more time. You want to see him off, but it was just like, that's not my father. And it's hard to say, but that's not my father. My father was a stand-up strong man, stick his chest out. Now you looking, it's just like, that's not my father in there. So I didn't want to see that, because that wasn't my father. And it was just like, it was just saying something that you never see. That was strange fruit right there. That's strange fruit hanging from that tree, man. There's some different type of stuff. It's just like, I'm not supposed to see that. So when I saw it, I was like, I'll never do that ever again. How I saw him last is how I remember it. I'm not doing that no more. So,
yeah,
so when you told me and you said, man, I'm about to go view, I was like, man, I can't tell him, I can't, everybody has to make their own choices, but it's just like, that was hurtful for me. When I did that, for me, it was just, And
I had to go to the funeral, man. I'm at the funeral, like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, the whole time I'm really up in this bitch, like, bro, my bad, cause like, I'm really just like, we have to live a certain way. We got to get our life, you know what I'm saying? We got to eat certain things. We got to live a certain way. Like, bro, for us to break a cycle, bro, it's like, it's just like, I'm just, in my mind, I'm like, I'm right, bro. Y'all don't see all this bullshit in front of us. They tell you, take this whole ass vaccine, wear a mask. Everything is controlled, bro. When we gonna break from this and be our own people? You know what I'm saying? That's really what I was like, bro. I was at the funeral mad as hell. Like, I wasn't even mad. It was just like, man, come to Jesus. All that, man. Real name is it was Yahweh. Like, we gotta break it down. We not about to keep up with this nonsense that we've been taught, but we gotta really break it. It's like, nah, bro. We not with the word J was created, 1667? I don't know. I could be wrong. Somewhere around there. Like, that's how deep I was going with it, bro. Like, everything I was studying, I wasn't really wrong. I mean, that's how I was about it. And it's like, feel like for me to help my family, I still have to. Like I told my mama and my sisters, don't worry about nobody but yourself. Stop trying to tell nobody they shouldn't do this and do that. Look, we just gotta worry about ourselves right now in this process, because, man, it's shocking, dog. Like I told Sunday, I told my sister, I'm like, it's scary. It was like, the next day, I was just scared. I'm like, what? But like you said, looking at my father's body, it scared me. Like, feel like I'm not next or something, but it's like, damn, I don't want to be up there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to lay up in the, it's too much death we got to experience, bro. Our family dealt with 4 deaths in the last 4 years, man. 2019, my grandfather. 2022, my auntie. 2021, my uncle, her husband. My auntie, she died, and her husband died in 2021. And then, like, now my father, like, it's kind of crazy. I never understood, like, you or my cousin, that when they lost a parent, it's like, but now it's like, man, I'm in that cycle. And then all the deaths was dealing with health issues.
Mm-hmm. It's just, it's hard to understand, man, especially when you, like from what you're saying, and it's exactly what I was taking it as when my father passed away a little bit. It was just like, it's the machine, man. The cycle did it. You know what I'm saying? Like when my father had COVID, my grandfather had COVID. He was in the hospital. He was battling it, and it's just like, you can fight it, but then it gets to a certain point. you're so stuck in a cycle. It's like they can't fight it. Like all you got to do is eat this, and then you can get back. And it's just like I'd rather die than do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Like I'd rather die than and it's hard, man. It's hard. Like to have like my grandpa told me that he was just like, man, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I know you want me to eat like that, but I'm stuck in my ways. You know what I'm saying? This is how it is, and it's just like.
And he was trying to fight it too, man. I asked him, he was taking elderberry. Like I'm taking elderberry for my immune system. So I'm like, damn, I told him I was some sea moss. And then he was like, I gotta ask my doctor. But lately I've been mad at myself too, because it's like I know all this health thing, but why I ain't bring it to him? You know what I'm saying? Why I ain't bring it to him? That's like my biggest thing right now. Just like, damn. No, but I just knew, I don't know. Part of me was like, man, he probably ain't gonna listen to me, because I could have gave him little by little, but I guess the way I'm this program, I'm programmed too with this knowledge. It can program you too as well. Even though also can program you. Like the way I'm with it, I want to just break it down and go deep into it. Like, well, this is the the Lord's way. This is God's way of how we supposed to eat and how we supposed to treat our body. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to drink 4 cups of water when you first wake up, just to clean out shit. Like I was gonna go that type of deep with it. This is that spiritual, you're gonna be in tune with God, because it is, It's just, man, it's a reason why we here. It's a reason why our fathers brought us to this earth, man, and we here to break whatever that's coming in front of us. Like it's really at the same time blessing, because we are aware enough to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They're like, that's what I'm really blessed about. Like I still go to the gym every day, every morning. I try my best. Well, I do my best, drink a gallon of water. I'm just happy we're aware, bro. Just aware, because 58, bro, my father's 58, bro. That's young, dog.
It is, bro.
10 years from now, I'll be 37. 36 going to 37. I was thinking about that the other day, like, damn, bro, 10 years. But now I feel like he's a ghost. Like, it just feel like a ghost. It's kind of weird. It's just, like, my mom, they supposed to be married for 28 years. Now, she about to be, a widow, for the rest of her life. And it's like, I don't even see her dating nobody. I don't want her to date nobody. I don't trust none of these fools out there.
Man, that's a whole another can of worms, bro. I didn't deal with that too, man. I don't even want to speak on that because I know my mom watched the show, so I'm not even gonna talk about that. But that's something that bothered me too, bro. That's something that did bother me, and it's just, what do you think helped you? You know what I'm saying? Stay strong through the process, man. Like your community, bro. I know you talk about you go to the gym every day, and that's like a community. You know what I'm saying?
My trainer, my trainer Baker D-Lo, bro. They both came to my father's funeral, man. That was like nice and okay for him. Like I already respected him, but it was just like I told him at the funeral, bro, it's something about you. I love you more every day, like every week. It's something every week, bro, to make me love you more, bro. Like you my man's, like dog. I ain't never, man. It's just man. That's my dog, bro. Like Bake, man. Fit guy. Shout out to him, man, because him and D-Lo for really coming to the funeral. It was like that's really been keeping me going. And plus, my sisters, I got to be strong for them. But I know they try to tell you that's another. A lot of people tell me you got to be strong, don't cry in front of them. I'm like, man, if I feel like breaking down crying in front of my sisters because my daddy gone, I would do it. It's not make me no less of a man. But man, I just think it's just me was keeping me grounded. Is shoot, just continue just to live the right path. You know what you got to do. Eat the right things, man. Work out, man. Meditate. Don't be too hard on your life. I can also think it was stress. My dad could have died from stress too. It's just you see the cycle. Just I think what's keeping me grounded is stay away from the cycle.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. I can't tell you what to do, bro. But I will say, man. Once you get that off your chest, once you finally get that, that crying, bro, or whatever that is that you need. You know what I'm saying? Because only you know what you need, bro. But
I miss him already, man. It sucks. I can't call him. I was boy.
It's that part. It's that part, bro.
Yeah,
because that part. People don't understand, man. It's not about seeing him again. It's just about talking to him again. Yeah. That's why when my brother being locked up, I tell him all the time. It feel like he's dead, but I still can talk to him. You know what I'm saying? It feels like he's dead sometimes, but I still can talk to him. And I was just like, dang, I don't even care about seeing my father anymore. I do, but it's just like, I just want to talk to him for real. Yeah, I just want to talk to him.
And when he was here, I was so scared to talk to him, but I did talk. It's like at first I was getting mad at myself, like, damn, bro, I was a bad son, yada yada. Then everybody like, bro, look how you turned out. You good, you know, man, you all right, you know what I'm saying? And I thought about the time I did call, even when he told me certain things, I still kept trying to call, and I went over there. Like it ain't like I, I still have conflict in my head to go over there, but I still went over there and tried my best. And my girl told me, like, you did try. Don't be so hard on yourself. But I was watching Avatar the day I went to go view my dad. Korra, and her body was here and she was in the spirit world, and I was like, bro, I got a master to go in the spirit world.
We talked about that, man.
Because if you really think, because they put stuff on TV, man, and you don't really pay attention. But I've seen that episode so many times, I never paid attention to it. But like Korra is in the spirit world talking to some guy, her body is with them, and I'm just I thought about my dad, seeing my dad's body, like, bro, he's only dead because his spirit left. He's only because the spirit is gone. It transitioned. You don't know where it went. So you telling me, if I can just and go deep in within, and then go find my father and come back and be like, man, I'll be at more peace. Like I talked to dad, talk to his spirit. You know what I'm saying? Even in Black Panther.
It's in your DNA, bro. It's in your DNA. Yeah, it's in your DNA, bro.
And it's in all humans.
It is.
DNA.
It is.
A lot of people, I try not to make everything, this the black thing. No, it's every human being. Every human being can go in and tap in and go to the spirit world. Because like when I really watch Avatar, I'm like, it is two worlds. So everybody tell me it's a spiritual warfare, and then you got the physical. Yeah. So you telling me we can really? I heard stories about people talking to people like that died and stuff. So I'm like, why cannot? They come in dreams, but why can I master to really go in the spirit world? But
well, I think the key is you got to focus on what he said while he was here, and then if you want to receive something different, then you can go within yourself. But you got to receive what he told you. That's what I did. I focused on what my father told me while he was here. You know what I'm saying? And then I went in to get those other answers, because there's things that I want to understand about me that he can't tell me, and I have to go in to receive those different things. Like, man, why do I do like this? Why do I do that? And my mom can give me a lot of answers, and that's something that you're gonna have to do. Get closer to your mom, because she can teach you about your father like nobody else can. Like, dang, why am I like your father used to do that? Your father had this, he did, and it gives you clarity on yourself. But how I did is I just. When he passed away, I'm like, he can't give me no more instructions. Then I go off the instructions that he told me. My dad told me not to get tattoos, so I don't have tattoos. He told me not to do this, so I don't do it. And it's just like I go off on every instruction. And then when it gets to a point in my life where I don't understand something about me, then I have to seek knowledge. I either have to go to my mom or I have to go within to get those answers about myself. But you have to go off of what he told you already, man. You got to follow those instructions first, and then you can seek that deeper knowledge, bro. But bro, it's just a big thing, man. It's a big thing, especially when you keep it inside, bro. When you keep it inside. When I don't know if I talked about that, but I'm pretty sure I talked about this. When my brother got locked up, I didn't cry, bro. I didn't cry. It was the hardest thing ever, bro. To be there in that courtroom and to see them, sentence him to life in prison. It was literally like watching your brother be lynched. My brother's in court crying. He's schizophrenic. He doesn't understand what's going on. And I didn't cry. Me and my brother Omar, we was there. We was there. We was trying to be there for my mom's hysterical at this point. My grandfather's there, and we drive back to Michigan, man. It took me 2 months to even talk about it, bro. I never spoke about it. And the first time I spoke about it, bro, I broke down crying, bro. I couldn't control it, because it was the energy was still on it. Like we talked when Tony was on, Tony Jones was on. It's just the energy is still on the memory, bro. And you can't heal it until you discharge the energy, bro. I didn't discharge. It took me a minute to discharge the energy. When my brother died, I ain't feel nothing, bro. And this is my bro. He's like my brother, like for real. Like he damn near like took care of me after my father passed away. And when he passed away, when I got the news he passed away, I didn't feel anything, bro. But it's funny, bro. I literally sat there. I went outside and I got grounded. I took my shoes off and I sat in the mud. I stood in the mud, bro. And I wasn't about to leave until I could conjure up the emotions that I was feeling inside, bro. I couldn't bring it out. I stood there, and it took me about 5 minutes. But I guarantee, just warm with myself. fighting that nigga shit for real. You know what I'm saying? And warring with myself of what it feel like. Because in that moment, I feel like the whole world was watching me. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like the whole world is watching me, and they like, nigga, if you break down, nigga, you ain't a man. And I had to break that. Like, fuck it, man. And
I try to break down the funeral, bro. When they called the class, but that shit would not come out. I just think
it wouldn't, bro. But what does that say? What does that say, bro? What does that say when you want to do something, when you feel something, but you
I'm
can't?
trying to let it go, right? It ain't the nigga in me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is.
It's a programming, bro. It's a programming that we put it on ourselves, bro. Nobody put it on us. We put it on ourselves. We put it on ourselves as men, bro. As men, we put it on ourselves, bro.
Bro, I cried at funeral plenty of times, bro. I just know his spirit, man. I don't know, bro. My dad was there. I said, I spoke remarks. I'm like, he been there. I'm not really. I'm more joyful. I'm like, he been there for every step of the way. You know, when I wanted to go to school, it's just. Then I start thinking about what I said at the funeral. It's like, well, I knew my dad was going back telling people how I was acting. My dad used to always tell me, people always come up and tell me about you. And I started getting like mad because I'm like, why did I speak at the funeral? I don't fuck with them. Niggas don't really fuck with me for real. My dad was telling them what I was doing. They probably think I'm on some other shit. But I was like, all right, let it go. But I don't know, bro. I couldn't cry, man. Even right now, like, it be times I want to cry, like, dang. Or I'll be driving, be like, damn. But at the same time, it's like, that's me looking back. You know, me crying and me saying damn and all, that's me really looking back. You know, you really got to move forward. And I know that's hard, but it's just move forward, man. Like, he gone. He gone. I can't get none of it back. You know, I don't really look at the obituary. It's hard to look at it. But he ain't coming back. With his body not.
Well, I'll say this, man. I don't want to hound on it too much, bro, because I know it's still fresh and you still trying to process it and, you know, deal with your own stuff, man. But I'm here for you, bro. And, you know, I was honored that you called me, bro, the day that
I called you literally like about 10 minutes after, not even probably 10 minutes after I found out, bro.
And I was honored, bro. Like, that was not a bother at all, bro, because, bro, I understand, man. My mom came in the room and came in the living room and told me, your father's dead. And it shook my world, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was watching SpongeBob. I'll never forget. I was watching SpongeBob and it shook my world. And all my siblings was in there and we just looked at each other like, I spoke to my father that morning, like you talking to. I spoke to my father that morning. I said
35.
I spoke to my father and I told him, I said, good morning, Dad. And I shook him. He wasn't responding. I said, good morning. And he wasn't responding. And I was just like, and he was like, good morning. And then, okay, all right, it's good. And he just randomly went into cardiac arrest and same thing, you know, and they had to take him to the hospital, get him in the ambulance. My mom was like, well, I'll be right back, you know, because he had episodes like that all the time toward the end. It was like he would have a heart attack then, you know, so my mom was like, I'll be right back. It's all okay. You know, he coughing up blood. And my mom was just destroyed, man. When she came back, she was destroyed, man.
Yeah, my mom was like, she was so mad at herself. She was like, I should have never came. So I should never came to this, you know, to the graduation. I should have stayed. And it was just like, ugh. You know.
That's the hardest part. Dealing with your mom is the hardest part. You know, when in tough situations, when my brother, you know, was dealing with his case, when I told my brother, you know, that when I told my mom that my brother had, you know, caught that murder case, whatever, it's always dealing with my mom. Cause it's just like, it's something about your mom. When she cried, that's the closest to the emotions. If you ain't emotional, that's the closest thing to emotional you're going to be, is when your mom start crying. You know, so it's just like anytime my mom cried, it just make me like super sad.
Yeah, my sister, I cried when my sister cried, but like, you know, but it wasn't no boo-hoo. Like I couldn't do, you know, that good cry you need. That one that just get you out and you feel better. I ain't got that yet. You know, it's just like,
give it time, my brother. Give it time.
Yeah, because it hits me when I touch my daughter too, though. When I see her, I'm like, I cannot leave you no time. Ooh, no. No, so, you know, in my mind pushing 80, 90, man. You know, I know some people like, you know, 58, man, 60, man. That's too young, man. That's too
I'm going to say this, bro. it's funny because I did have a lineup of topics to get to, but in respect for just this moment, in respect for your father. No, we can, but we not. You know what I'm saying? In respect for your father, in respect for the conversation. I don't want to introduce anything, else to the conversation, man. We just gonna leave it off like that, man. And because that's what this episode is really about. But before we go off, I do want to say, it's gonna be a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of changes to the show, but it's going to be a lot of exciting stuff happening with the show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to stop. We want to make sure we have more enlightening conversations, more powerful events, more things coming together. So it's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just glad you're on this journey with me, bro. I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you coming on and just, speaking on it, bro. And
man, I'm glad you reached out to me, man, because at that time, bro, I was really trying to like just focus on me. I don't know what, man. I could have said no, man. Like really, like I said yes to so many things, but man, I don't regret not one yes I said, bro. Because I feel like that shit take me through hell. Like even with the hosting the parties, when I was doing Jovan's, I wanted to say no to that too, but I ended up finding a way to throw a couple shows, events, ain't go how I always wanted, but I did it, and just even with this, like sometimes I just be jumping and stuff, but I don't know what the hell. Like I didn't see it being like what it is now, bro. I really didn't, because I really be literally in my own world, bro. I don't be caring. Like I never really cared about what I put up on my page and shit like that until I really got to this. But because I be in my own world, bro. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, whoa, I wasn't ready for all this, but it's definitely a challenge, and it's definitely growing me, grooming me at the same time. Definitely grooming me. So appreciate you for just calling me that day.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, bro. It's a beautiful thing, man, because we elevating, you know what I'm saying? We going up, we getting better, we learning more, and it's just like you said, like the most important thing is we can see the cycle. So we know that we're not going to do it, at least not like that. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to make sure that we can break it for the next generation and try to do things different, put things in place, man. So it's a blessing that we can even see and understand what's going on, because the worst thing is to be lost in the storm and don't know what direction the wind is hitting. Yeah. But, you understand what's going on. You understand you're able to tackle it day by day, bro. So I appreciate that, man. But these conversations, man, we're going to make sure we stay up to date with these conversations, put out more content, stay consistent, man. But, life happens, man, and we got to stay calm in our spirit. And if anything the listeners can take to us, man, you got to take that break, man. You got to love you. You know what I'm saying? And I want to salute you, bro, for everything you're doing, losing the weight, man, getting healthy, man, getting back, because I know they can see it, man. I can see it, man.
Appreciate, man. Look, I want to appreciate you, man. You great, bro. I tell somebody that yesterday, like, man, dog a great man. My father died. I don't know what it was. I understood you a little bit more. I'm like, bro, this man been doing this for 13 years without a father. Shit. You know what I'm saying? That much knowledge, that much wisdom you have, and wisdom is a skill. I always thought it meant you were smart. It's really a skill. But with all that wisdom that you have, man, you would think, your father was with you every step of the way. You know what I'm saying? As you got up, but like, you were seeking for yourself, man. Seeking, it's somewhere in the scriptures.
Seeking, ye shall find.
Man, dog. You've been seeking, man, and you've been changing lives for so much, man. Like so many young men and young ladies look up to you, man. Just like give people courage to be intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Like you give people courage to be intelligent.
We really changed the podcast scene in Detroit, bro. If you really look at a lot of podcasts,
we changed that shit more in Detroit, like you always said. It's like I do feel some type of way when niggas do see us, and it's like, okay, now it's time. I get what you said the other day. Like now it's time.
Oh yeah, we coming. We coming, man.
Cause now I'm on that shit. I'm on that tip pretty much.
Nah, man, we coming to take what's ours, bro. But man, I appreciate you doing this episode, man. Just follow the instructions, bro. Follow the instructions that he did give you, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode of Breaking the Machine with us, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned next week for another episode. It's Ahmad the Poet, Spank the Bank, Breaking the Machine, Real Healing. That's a wrap.
Yes, sir.